Today, I'd like to do a little bit of digital nomad storytelling. So, for 5 years, my family and I traveled all over Europe, exploring all the corners of the continent. And this is a story time, but it isn't like the time we went to Morocco and haggled over a camel hair carpet, or the time we went to the top of the Eiffel Tower. This is really mundane and like process stuff that actually happens to people when they're traveling. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the web, the World Wide Web, when it isn't actually worldwide. You may have encountered this, like you go to see a YouTube video and they say, well, you can't watch this YouTube video in your country. Or if you go to Netflix when you're traveling and the show you're watching isn't on Netflix in that country. And one of the solutions around this is to use a VPN. And so I'm going to give an example of what happened to me while I was traveling. And so in this case, I was in Serbia and I got an email from British Airways saying, like, we need your passport or something 72 hours before you fly, or whatever it was. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just go to britishairways.com, right? BA.com. Boom, it's going to work. And there was actually a link in the email. And I clicked the link in the email. And of course, it didn't work, right? Because how many times do you click a link in the email and it doesn't work anyway? So I went to britishairways.com and it didn't work either. And so, what do I do? What's the first thing you do? You check your Wi-Fi. Like, is my Wi-Fi good? Okay, that's fine. Do I try a different browser maybe? And it just wouldn't work. And then finally I realized I was in Belgrade in Serbia. So let's see what happens when you try to go to britishairways.com when you're in Serbia. And so I'm going to use the opposite solution. So the solution for me was to take a VPN and connect to the UK or the US where British Airways works. I'm going to show you the opposite, where I connect into Serbia and the website doesn't work. And this works, this can happen with your bank too, right? You might be in a country where your bank has no customers and they're getting hacking attempts. So rather than leave it open and get hacked, they just say, like, Montenegro, no access to our bank. Nigeria, no access to our bank, right? There's no other reason other than they don't have any customers. The people coming in there are generally up to no good. When you call the bank, they're like, well, just wait until you leave. But sometimes when you're a digital nomad, you're in that country for a month, and not having access to your bank for a month kind of sucks. So you can use a VPN to solve that problem. I like TunnelBear, and I'll show you why I like TunnelBear. I'm on the free plan. I don't get paid by TunnelBear. I like TunnelBear because of the bear icons, to be completely honest. I'm not getting paid by them. I'm currently on the free plan because I'm in America and I don't really need a VPN that often. So I have like 3.5 gigabytes this month. If you pay money, you get more gigabytes, even up to unlimited. But I'm going to connect into Serbia. So I'm doing the opposite of the VPN. I'm going to VPN into someplace where British Airways actually doesn't work. And the reason I like TunnelBear, as you'll see here, is like the bear tunnels a hole and he comes up and then he says, "Rawr," right? I'm a sucker for good stuff like that. All right. So now I'm going to open up an incognito tab and I'm going to try to go to ba.com. And the page just doesn't load. Like, for whatever reason, World Wide Web, British Airways doesn't work in Serbia. I mean, they don't have flights into Serbia. They probably don't have a lot of people booking from Serbia because there are no flights. But like, there is that odd use case, like Doug trying to update his passport information or whatever for a future flight, where the website doesn't work and you need to use a VPN. So the use case for this is if your bank says blocks access, like your bank all of a sudden stops working and you're traveling in, an Eastern European or an African country, you might just want to try a VPN. There's hundreds of them out there. And then when you fire up the VPN, rather than connecting to Serbia where it isn't going to work, connect to America, right? So now I'm back in America. If I do this, now it works because I'm in America, right? So a VPN can help you get into your bank. It can help you get into websites that aren't working in the country you're in. Now, there are times where VPNs are blocked because they don't. I mean, what's a hacker going to do if they want to get into your bank and they don't let you access it from Nigeria or whatever country is blocked? They'll VPN into America. So a lot of banks actually block the VPN endpoints. And so in my next video, I'm going to show you a way around that. It's really even more of a pain in the butt, but it gets you to where you need to do.